Let's sew an easy apron pattern. No sergers, no hems. We're using bias binding for all the finishes for a cute pop of color. This vintage 1970s reissued simplicity pattern number 8152 is great for beginners, great for gifting to friends and family, and perfect for cooking, crafting, and hairdressing. After I made this, my husband said it reminded him immediately of Donna Reed, which was high praise as my fabric captured the vintage vibe of the design. Just a fun, dotty quilting cotton. I plan on cooking and baking many delicious dishes in this apron, and I hope you do too. Let's get to it. Place your front and back pieces right sides together along the shoulder seams and pin in place. Sew both seams with a 5/8 inch seam allowance. Here are my front and back pieces opened out apart from each other at the shoulder seams. And I've gone ahead and finished this shoulder seam using a flat felled seam. And we're going to do this on both sides. Trim the seam allowance of the back piece only by about half. Then we're going to take the front seam allowance and wrap it around that back seam allowance, just folding that front seam allowance in half to the seam line. And give that a good press. Once that's pressed, we're going to sew from the front of the garment, catching that folded edge as we go. Now we're going to use bias tape to finish the raw edges around the armhole opening and along the backs on both sides. We're also going to use bias tape to finish these inner edges along the back and around the neck hole. I'm going to turn the garment to the wrong side, and using this 1/2 inch single fold bias tape, I'm going to open out one of the folds and then place the right side of the bias tape onto the wrong side of the fabric. Line up the raw edge of your bias tape with the raw edge of the fabric. Then we're going to sew in the outer crease of the bias tape all the way from the bottom of the armhole, around the shoulder, and to the bottom edge of the strap. Repeat on both sides. Now that I have the right side of the bias tape sewn to the wrong side of the fabric on both sides of the garment, I'm going to take it to my iron and press the bias tape over the seam to the outside on both sides. Now that I have the bias tape pressed away from the garment on both sides, I'm going to turn this to the right side. For these bottom sections of the armhole area, I'm going to clip into the seam allowance only. This will help us get a nice press here. Repeat on both sides. And we'll flip that bias tape along its main seam so that the 1/2 inch face of the bias tape is visible on the outside of the garment. Give that a good press. Now I'll take this to the machine and edge stitch the bias tape in place. Once again, from the bottom of the armhole all the way around the shoulder to the bottom of the back strap on both sides. Now that both outer side edges of the back to the bottom of the armhole are finished, I'm going to finish the inner raw edges of the back piece, turning this piece to the wrong side, opening out one folded edge of the bias tape, then placing the bias tape right sides together with the wrong side of the fabric. And with raw edges even, we're going to sew within that outermost crease of the bias tape, from one bottom edge of the strap to the opposite bottom edge. Clip into the curves of the seam allowance. Then press your bias tape out and away from the garment. Then we'll turn the apron to the front and turn the bias tape to the front as well. Once again, turning that bias tape so that the 1/2 inch face is visible from the right side and the outer edge is tucked under. Give that a good press. Edge stitch the inner edge of the bias tape all the way around this back inner edge of the garment. We're going to finish these inner raw edges of the neckline in the same way as we've been doing. Opening out one of the folded edges of the bias tape, fold the short edge back to the wrong side by about 3/8 of an inch. Place the folded edge at one of the shoulder seams and pin in place. We're going to start sewing here over that folded edge and within that outer crease of the bias tape. Once we're back where we started, we're going to allow the opposite side of the bias tape to overlap that folded edge by about 3/8 of an inch and then snip off the excess. Clip into the curves all the way around the neckline. Press that bias tape away from the neckline, turn this to the front side, and press that bias tape fully to the right side. Then we'll edge stitch the outer folded edge of the bias tape all the way around the neckline. Here are the bottom edges of the back piece, and I'm going to cut the bias tape flush with the bottom raw edges. To form the casings for the tie piece, we're going to fold these bottom edges to the wrong side by 2 inches and give that a press. Once those are pressed to the wrong side, I'm also going to press the raw edge, tucking it under by 3/8 of an inch to form a clean finish. We're going to edge stitch along that folded inner edge. I'm going to be doing this from the outside of the fabric, just feeling underneath to feel that folded edge. Now we're going to finish the raw edges for the skirt portion of the apron. With the wrong side of the fabric once again facing you, we'll place the right side of the opened out edge of the bias tape on the wrong side of the fabric, making sure this time to leave a 1/2 of an inch of bias tape extending beyond the top finished edge. We're going to sew all the way around from the top of the skirt all the way around the bottom to the opposite top of the skirt, once again sewing in that outer crease of the bias tape, leaving the 1/2 inch excess seam allowance on the opposite side as well. Then we'll clip into the seam allowances for those bottom curved edges. Press the bias tape away from the skirt. Then also press the top extending edges of the bias tape to the wrong side so that they're flush with the top finished edge. Then we'll turn this apron to the right side. Then we'll edge stitch once again along this inner folded edge of the bias tape, making sure that those top folded edges are tucked under for a clean finish. Fold your tie piece right sides together and pin the long edge and the pointed edge. Then we'll sew the long edge and the pointed edge with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. Trim the seam allowance at the point. Then we'll turn our tie right side out. Give the tie a good press. We're also going to be pressing the top raw edge to the wrong side by 3/8 of an inch, the side of the tie that faces the wrong side of the apron. With the right side of the apron facing me and working at this top corner at the bottom of the armhole, I'm going to place that folded 3/8 of an inch raw edge of the tie behind this bias tape section so that the folded edge faces the wrong side of the fabric. I'm just going to place it behind the width of the bias tape. I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and sew a rectangle within the bias tape to secure this tie end in place. Repeat to create both ties and attach them to both sides of the apron. Then we can lace the ends of the tie through the casings that we created in the back earlier. Fold the top edge of the pocket to the wrong side by 1/4 of an inch, then again by an additional 1 inch. Give that a good press. We're going to edge stitch along that bottom folded edge that we just created, sewing from the front of the pocket. Place one raw edge of the bias tape with its right side facing the wrong side of the pocket, once again allowing a 1/2 inch of bias tape to extend beyond the top finished edge of the pocket on both sides. Sew in place within the outer crease of the bias tape. Clip into the curved seam allowances. Then once again, we'll press this bias tape away from the pocket, also pressing those top extended pieces of the bias tape to the wrong side. Then flip that bias tape to the right side of the pocket all the way around. And edge stitch that bias tape in place from the top to the top as we've done previously. Repeat to create both pockets. I've also chosen to add a garment label at the top of my pocket piece. Then we'll place our pockets onto the right side of the apron at the dot markings transferred from the pattern piece. Pin in place along the outer edges. Edge stitch around those outer edges of the pocket, backstitching at the top edges to secure. And now the apron is complete. Thank you for watching this sew along. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future sewing tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.